Right, Merry Christmas guys and all that jazz. I've got a Ultegra 14,000 XSD reel here, recently bought from Jerry's Morecambe. Just going to have a quick overview of it, look see what you get for your money, any advantages and disadvantages I found with it over the previous model, XSC. Reel itself, 4.3 to 1 ratio, 20 kilos of drag, saying it weighs 620 grams, but I think it's actually lighter than that. 4 ball bearings and 103 centimeters crank, 40 inches per crank of line retrieval. She'll hold mono 12-pound line, 600 yards, 16-pound line, 440 yards, and 20-pound line, 330 yards. So she's able to hold plenty of line. So just a quick look inside the box here. Comes with the usual paraphernalia, spacers, exploded diagrams, and these things. You get 2 sets of these. These are spool spacers. It's quite handy. So yeah, comes with 2 sets of these. I've already used 1 set, so that's class. You get 4 per set. I've already used a set on the spare spool. So spare spool comes with it. Real nice quality spool. Not the lightest. I have a set of spool spacers on this spool and then the braid over the top. A little bit of mono backing on. And yeah, good quality spool. So the reel itself is looks fairly similar to the previous one. Quite a heavy, not a heavy reel, but it's quite a substantial reel. Similar weight to the previous one, I guess. Very smooth, as you'd expect from Shimano. This reel has the super slow oscillation, so you get very nice line lay on it. I'll try and show you there. So really good line lay. It has a quick drag system, so basically that's pretty much fully locked out there, and that's slack. So I do like the fast drag systems on reels, and this one has it, unlike the previous model, the XSC, which did not have that. So it's a good looking reel. I've opened it up. Looks quality inside. There's an extra bearing on this side now compared to the previous XSC, which didn't. The extra bearing there is welcome. So bearing this side, bearing that side. But what they've taken away the roller bearing, or the line roller bearing, and it's just a bush in there now. So that's been removed, and you've gained one there over the previous reel. But I don't think it's a big deal to get another bearing put in there. It can be done quite easily. I've plans to put more bearings in this reel anyway. So it's quite easily done, and to make it even smoother. Now what you might hear on this, you can hear a bit of a rubbing noise. Although it's still smooth, I find that the spider on these reels are quite noisy. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic. When I got the reel new, it was quiet. You couldn't hear this kind of slight noise of the spider going round. But once you take the spider off a couple of times, it seems to become quite noisy, spinning on the spool or spinning up and down. So I don't know, there seems to be a little chip on the inside of this face here. I'm not sure if that chip is catching on that clip. But what I have done, I've ordered some different line protectors to fit over here. Hopefully that will cure the issue, because as you can hear, it's much quieter without this line spider. So that's something that I've noticed with this reel. I guess you call it a disadvantage or a flaw on it. I noticed the same thing on a surf leader I have as well, which has the exact same spider, that you get this failure of this, not failure of this part, but this noise coming from the spider when you rotate it. As you can hear, without the spider, it's very quiet. So that's a bit of criticism I have about these new Ultegras XSD, and also an issue I found on the surf leader Super Aero, that these spiders can generate a bit of noise after quite a short period of time, really. So I'm modifying mine to replace this with a different part. But in general, I've fished the reel several times now since getting it, and it is very nice, very smooth, very powerful reel. And yeah, I think it's well worth the money. I think you can get these now for about 120 quid. They are thereabouts. And they are a definite upgrade on the previous model. They just feel a bit more premium, nicer handle on them. Usual build quality from Shimano. So yeah, so guys, if you're looking for a new surf reel, long casting reel, the new Ultegra is probably a must to look at. Okay guys, I'll wrap it up there. Thanks very much. Cheers.